Thanks for clicking on Just Biz Fitness. I'm your trainer Jasper Bravo. Today we're going to train our biceps. It's just those days where we have to train those show muscles. It's just one of those workouts that we know everybody who joins the gym start working them out among the first. And of course, that goes without saying because people do it because it's easy to see. Like we all know, like it's very easy to see somebody who has an awesome pair of biceps because it's in front, it's on your face, and if somebody puts on some short-sleeved shirt or some fitting shirt, you're clearly going to see it. And because we love looking good, we just have to train it. And today I'm just going to use dumbbells, and you can have a decent workout for the biceps and have biceps grow like crazy just by using dumbbells. So which means this is a workout you can easily do at home. This is a workout you can do at the gym. You can do it anywhere as long as you have the dumbbells around. And it's also a convenient workout because sometimes people struggle with consistency because maybe they can't access the gym or they can't access equipment at a certain moment. But if you have things which are more accessible to you, it means your chances of being consistent raises drastically just because of that. Now, as always, start our workouts by warming up. It is important to warm up. Let nobody tell you that it's a waste of time to warm up. You will waste more time out trying to recover after an injury than the few minutes you'll be spending in the gym just warming up to avoid those injuries. So we're doing these inclined or elevated push-ups. It's a good way of warming up our joints. We're just trying to warm up the opposite muscle. So if we are training the biceps, we warm up the triceps. And after doing the 2 sets of that, we start direct with these alternating dumbbell curls, and it's a little bit bent forward. We do this so that we have a different angle to the dumbbell curl. So we have a certain stretch, but a little bit behind us. That's why we are doing this. You just need somewhere where you can lean forward, and then you do one arm at a time. The reason for doing one arm at a time is it helps us concentrate more on that one arm, which is good. Then number 2, it also helps us cheat less because when you have 2 arms, you can easily use your back to help you move backwards. But when you're just leaning forward and using one of the arms as a support, you will be able to do the muscles more, the exercise more strict. And you know, the more strict the workout, the better it is. Now you notice that you're doing Mayo reps on this one. Mayo means we're not completing the set to failure. It's one of the ways of increasing intensity to your workout, which means I do 10 reps for one arm, then I go to the other arm, I do another 10 reps, then I do to another. Without resting, I go back to the arm that I started with, I do another, let's say 7. Now do the one, do to failure, then I repeat the other side. You're going to get some crazy pump by doing that compared to just doing the normal set, then you drop the weight down. It helps you do more reps because just after resting a little bit, you're able to go back and activate the muscle again. Now ready to the second set of the same workout, and just repeating the same drill. You do 10 reps, go the other side, you do 10 reps, we come back, we repeat the same, then repeat the other side, and that makes it for another set. That is a good way of getting yourself further away from your failure, because sometimes you need to train beyond your failure. It's been scientifically proven that people who train closer or nearer to failure tend to get stronger and build muscles faster than people who don't. So that's another way you can achieve that, by getting closer. By doing the Mayo reps, they'll help you get closer or even beyond failure, by just resting a bit. Let's say, because when you're doing the other arm, this other arm is resting for a few seconds, then you repeat on the other side. That's a very awesome way of doing that. Then again, let me tell you something about consistency again, because I realize that when we are consistent, that is, if we stick with workouts for long enough, we are going to be successful. It doesn't matter how poor you're doing your workouts. It's just going to, the number of sets, the form and all that is just going to help you move faster. But getting to your goal or getting forward, you'll always move forward as long as you don't stop. So how can you train without stopping? And I think the one of the ways of finding out how to solve a problem is by at least finding out what causes the problem. One of the things that make us not be consistent, at least personally, when I was getting started used to make me not be consistent, was having breaks. And I know that one sounds like counterintuitive. It sounds like I'm using the problem to describe the problem, but just listen to me. This is what I'm saying. I used to realize that sometimes I would be pumped. I know all of us will get pumped. Like, you wake up a certain Sunday morning and you watch a movie, you see something, or just something happens to you that triggers you, makes you want to go work out. Maybe you meet your friend that last time you saw them, they were so fat, then suddenly you found them looking super fit 18 months later. And that one reminds you of what you were supposed to have been doing all this time. And that gives you new fuel. It's a good thing because it makes you want to do it. And then you go to your house, you put your workout clothes ready and your shoes ready for tomorrow, and you wake up and you go kick it. And on that day, you train as hard as a horse, and you repeat the same tomorrow. And before the end of the week, you realize that the fuel that you are using to do this is running out, which means the motivation is reducing. And the following week that comes, you feel like the motivation is almost getting to zero. Then your smart mind that wants to help you survive tells you that you came the whole of last week, man. Today is Wednesday, and you're feeling like your body is aching today. How about we just had a break today, just today? Then we'll come tomorrow. After all, we've trained for 10 days. That is more than majority. Majority don't even train. 99% of the universe don't even train at all anyway. Which makes so much sense. Then you give yourself that BS and you believe it. Then tomorrow you don't come, which is okay. You don't go to the gym, that is. Or you don't do whatever it is, the type of workout you're supposed to be doing on that particular day. Tell yourself, today I'm feeling pain, or today I'm having some fever. I'm feeling like there's some fever coming, like I'm feeling it from far. Whatever it is, the reason you give yourself, then you stop for a day. It's just a break, right? And then tomorrow, you wake up in the morning, you realize that I missed yesterday. I can also miss today. It's just 2 days. After all, it's just 2 days. I've been training for 10 days. 10 is still more than 2. So I'm still heading in the right direction. And then the third day, you're like, it's just 3 days. After all, the whole of last week, I trained without having a rest. Let me rest this week. Then it's just a week of a rest. And then the longer you get yourself into that resting state, guess what happens? You guessed right. It becomes more comfortable resting, and it becomes more uncomfortable starting. And that's how 1 week you tell yourself, oh, after all, it was just 15th. It's just 2 weeks to the end of the month. Let me just wait until end month, then I'll start. Then end months come, then it's a new month, and you realize it's been 2 months. Then you're like, oh, the month began on a Wednesday. I need to start on Monday. Monday is the best day to begin. Oh, Monday is going to be on 4th. Okay, 5th. Good. I'll start on Monday. Then you're like, oh, it's 4th, and I'm getting paid on 10th. Let me just wait for 10th. I get paid. I go pay for the gym. Then I just start on 10th. Then you get paid on 10th. And you're like, let me just enjoy. I've been broke. Let me just enjoy until, let's say, 15th. Then after enjoying, some alcohol and all that, then I can start. Then 15th, you realize you've used all the money. You're like, okay, whatever the reason, I'm just making up this. But what's going to happen is you're going to give yourself so many excuses anytime you stop. In other words, like a machine, anytime you stop a machine, starting the machine always is more difficult than accelerating the already moving machine, if that makes sense. So if you've already started working out, or if you've already started doing whatever, the biggest enemy to continuing is stopping even for a day. Don't stop. Of course, you could give yourself an off day that is designated to be an off day, but don't start giving yourself uneven off days, the days that you didn't plan for. It's going to become a habit. And then when that becomes a habit, that's how you're going to find yourself always having the stories that justify why you didn't do it. And guess what? All these reasons that we give ourselves why we don't do them, why we don't do it, they're so justified, by the way. They're so fucking justified. Which is okay. If somebody else in your state listens to your story, they'll understand. But now, being understood doesn't give you results. So it's either you want to get the results or you want to be understood. Because in the same circumstance that it will be understood if you stopped, there's somebody who didn't stop. There's somebody who kept on going. And that somebody can be you. You know, if that somebody is not you, that can be a very sad story, man. I just want that somebody to be you. And the only way that somebody can be you is just don't allow those stories to be true, man. Those stories you're going to tell yourself, they're always going to be there. Those things that are going to try to make you want to stop, try to make you have that little break. And I want to tell you this. Everybody who has ever quitted anything in this life never quitted by saying, I quit. Most of the time. People just say, I'm just giving myself a break. Then that break becomes 2 months, 6 months break, 1 year break. Then most people who are not working out, they're always like, I'm going to get back. It's not like they quit, but they quit. If you don't do something for more than a year, in my opinion, you quit, man. You know. So just avoid the breaks. The breaks, they reinforce the breaks. But when you feel like having a break and you go and do it anyway, it's reinforcing that positive behavior of doing it anyway. You should choose the side you want to vote for, man. Anytime you wake up in the morning and you choose to not do whatever you're supposed to do, you're voting for the opponent. You're voting for the side that wants you not to be the disciplined guy, who wants you not to be the person who is the better person that you want to be in your head. So you choose, man. You choose by acting, by voting. That's how you vote. You vote by doing it. Even when you feel like not doing it. Because especially when you don't feel like not doing it. It's most important to do it when you don't feel like not doing it. In my opinion. Those are the days which matter the most. The days that you don't feel like not doing it and you do it anyway. They're more important than the days that you are pumped up and did it. Because everybody is doing it those days that they're pumped up. The difference between number 1 and number 2 is waking up on the days that you don't feel like waking up. So, if you just don't want to stop doing, just don't stop. It's just that simple. If you just don't want to stop doing it, don't just stop. That one sounds so simple. It sounds like it's not an advice. Imagine it is. Sometimes the things we need to hear are so boring. That's why we need to hear them so very many times. Because most of the time we don't do the right thing not because we don't know what to do, but because we know what to do. It's become so simple, so familiar, then we think that it doesn't give us a result. And it is these simple things that we know already. Because I know you who is watching this this video knows very well that if you are in a momentum, if you're having a momentum, which means when you start doing something, it's difficult at the beginning. Then when you continue doing it, you build a momentum. Then it becomes easier as you go. And when you stop, starting will always be more difficult. Restarting again will be difficult. Everybody I know knows that. But we still stop anyway when we are not supposed to. Don't accept it this time, man. Don't accept to be the person who's going to stop when you're not supposed to. Just do it. And that's how you're going to be consistent. By not stopping when you feel like it. When you feel like stopping. Just continue, man. Just continue. In fact, the difference between you and other people is going to be when you continue even when there is no sign of results. Just do it when there is no sign of results. That's what I did, honestly. When there was nobody seeing me doing it. When there was no sign of results. When I was not even seeing it like it's working. And I continued anyway. Those are the most important times. When you start doing the results, you'll have already become so good at it. People will be cheering you anyway. So you not even need to continue. So if this is a video that you think can help someone, you can share with them. And let me see you in the next one.